what we're thinking about now is celebrating our success. Shall I? Yeah, there we go. Let's see if this works. Oh yeah. So this is just a little bit to, I guess, just to share with you a bit of our journey and some of the numbers and the support that we've had. So Next Step cards were co-designed in 2012 by young people and practitioners in CAMHS, in Child and Adolescent Mental Health Services. And since then, we've trained over 2,800 practitioners. And over 1,300 of these have been since September 22. So in the last 2 years, we've had a real push on training over the last 2 years. And if you think, if each of those practitioners worked with 10 young people, you think of the reach that we've had, which is absolutely fantastic. So we've done this to a certain extent kind of by ourselves within Cheshire and Wirral Partnership, but what we've been able to do is get funding from different places. Sometimes it's from individual schools, from different agencies, and sometimes it's from bigger programmes of work. Our greatest asset is Jenny, as I'm sure you're aware, and she's been absolutely transformative in getting us organised and being able to get the cards out there. And everyone who delivers training for Next Step cards is a practising clinician. So it's not our full-time job. We all are doing it sort of on top of other roles that we have. But the point is that we use the cards in our practice. And that's why we like to have clinicians who are using the cards and practitioners to be teaching you how to do it. So a particular thanks from us goes to the Beyond Children and Young People's Transformation Programme. They funded nearly 80 training places. 800.
It's, yeah,
800, yes. A huge number of training places over the last couple of years. Nearly 800, 780 was what they funded. And some of you may have benefited from that because that then we were able to say this training is fully funded for people working in Cheshire and Merseyside. And Catherine Williams, the programme manager from Beyond, gave us this quote. And she said, supporting the delivery of the Next Step cards across Cheshire and Merseyside was really positive and impactful for both practitioners and the children and young people they work with. 97% of practitioners reported that the Next Step cards supported them to assist young people in both setting and achieving their goals. Next Step cards give children and young people a voice and a vehicle for expressing their emotions and a structured approach for professionals working with them from across all sectors. And you'll have seen that today as you signed in, the number of different organisations and areas that people are coming from. The team were very flexible and worked really hard to support uptake to achieve ICB, that's Integrated Care Board, wide delivery. So that meant that what we did is we tried to make sure that all of our 9 areas in Cheshire and Merseyside, so Wirral, Cheshire West, Cheshire East, Halton, Warrington, I'm not going to name them all, you know, the areas in Cheshire and Merseyside, that we had reach, that we're able to reach practitioners in all those areas. So then in autumn 2023, we trained undergraduates on the Child and Adolescent Mental Health and Wellbeing BSc Honours course at Edge Hill University, and we're repeating this training in September. The senior lecturer from that training from that course, at Edge Hill, gave us this feedback. I know you can't read it, that's why I'm reading it out for you. They said, this evidence-based training is multidisciplinary, recognised across a number of disciplines within health, education and social work for children. The half-day face-to-face training was delivered by 2 experienced NHS clinicians with a secure knowledge of this evidence-based talking therapy tool for child and adolescent mental health. Students were provided with amazing resources that included a pack of Next Step cards, the Goal-Based Outcomes Manual, Next Step cards branded tote bag, pen, with the highlighter, don't forget, and a lanyard badge. There was also a useful hints and tips leaflet, access to online resources, including downloadable record sheets, animations, case study videos, and the Next Step handbook. The Next Step training provided our BSc Honours Child and Adolescent Mental Health students with a hands-on training experience of using a therapeutic intervention for mental health. The Next Step card training and resource has supported them in their modules and placements. It's also enhanced their CV and personal and professional development portfolios. So these are students coming through, learning how to work with children and young people, and Edgehill University have said that's been really helpful for them. So students commented at a recent transition day on the usefulness and transferability of the resource. They said, "I found the Next Step resource and training invaluable. I have used the cards with children with autism and it's been a great conversation starter." Another student said the training was amazing, really knowledgeable and approachable facilitators. Overall, this training has enhanced students' employability potential as they gain skills in talking therapies, communication, alongside training in a professional intervention for supporting children's mental health. And there's a good point there, if any of you are moving on to different roles, make sure you get this on your CV, that you're a trained Next Step Cards practitioner. So then we had some feedback from Culcheth High School. The school's Link mental health team manager said, "Our team have been using NHS Next Step since our service started operating back in March 2023. We all trained and started to use the cards as part of our impact measure straight away. Our new practitioners are booked on coming training as Next Step is a key part of our sessions and the toolkit we use. As well as using Next Step as an impact measure, we use the cards to problem solve and goal set with the young people we work with. The cards are always well received." Chancery Multi-Academy Trust is a multi-academy trust of primary schools in East Cheshire, and the Chief Executive Officer has given us this feedback. "Having Next Steps training across Chancery has supported a number of children in managing their own thoughts, feelings and behaviours. It is a great resource that is truly child-led. The resources are visual and so easy to use. We're finding that children ask to access the cards and they're really starting to see the progress they're making for themselves. Staff who have worked with the cards have found them very easy to use and they can be adapted easily to suit different ages." A couple more bits of feedback and then we'll move on to a bit more of an interactive part of our day, but just so you can hear what other people are saying about the cards. So Warrington Integrated Care Boards, this is health commissioning. The commissioning lead for maternity, children and families, one of our colleagues, he said, "Supporting professionals with the skills and confidence to identify and respond to the emotional and mental health needs of our children and young people is a key element of our local Thrive strategy in Warrington." Some of you might have heard of the Thrive model. The Next Step Cards training provides a structured and evidence-based approach to supporting children and young people's emotional well-being needs that is well regarded by professionals across children's services and always a very popular programme. And each year they've commissioned a significant number of places for colleagues from Warrington. So a few other of our recent supporters is Halton Borough Council with some of the schools, Wirral Borough Council Learning and Development Programme for Social Workers, the Virtual School in Warrington, Midlands Partnership, so outside of Cheshire Merseyside, NHS Foundation Trust and Alderhay as well. So that's just a bit of our sort of feedback that we've had from people that have used the cards, commissioned the cards, and we've also been longlisted for a Association of Child and Adolescent Mental Health Awards. Still waiting on the shortlisting. Checked it last night. So fingers crossed for that. So that's just us telling you a little bit about how well we've done over the past few years.